Recording started.
All right, it is a July 2nd special meeting of the Oregon Board of Chiropractic Examiners.
All right. So there are a few policy questions before the board with regard to ORS 684.100 and ORS 684.155, all with relating to state and national background check requirements. So let's deal with the policy questions with regard to ORS 684.100. And the main policy question on that statute is whether the board wants to relinquish the federal requirement for background checks for every investigation. And if so, and to relinquish that federal requirement and then to keep the state LEDS option. So that's the first question before the board. And that meaning, and if that's the policy that the board wants to go forward with, is relinquishing the Fed requirement, that means we can delete 684.100 subsections 8 and 9 in whole. Do y'all want to discuss that?
The deletion would be from proposed changes.
Thank
right?
you.
Not current. Yeah.
Yep. So just to give everyone a better sense for the public record, right now we don't investigate, or I'm sorry, we do not require background checks, federal or state, for every investigation that we go through. There are times, the part of our investigation, that we do a LEDS check and other type of background checks within those investigations, but we do not do federal. So by allowing the proposed language to go forward, it would be an additional requirement on us and an additional requirement on our licensees that are being investigated.
So I would suggest continuing with what we've been doing.
Okay, so meaning deleting 8 and 9 out of the proposed language.
Yeah.
Okay. Every board member okay with that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Hey, Mike, are you okay with that? Thank you. I'm not doing formal motions or votes because this is an unusual circumstance, but I just need to get an audio on the record. Okay, so that's 684.100. And then we can move to 684.155, and that's the proposed language is a new 8 and 9. And part of that would be the subject individuals. So in the change in 8A would be for those applying, initially applying or applying after revocation. So I think we want to include a new C, which would be those who are being reinstated. So post revocation or license expiration. And then to include in 8B, the language from our rule that every 6 year background check for renewal piece. And also to bring in Kristen, the language around field print.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
again, for discussion, the board is aiming to remain consistent with current policy choices.
Current practice, yeah. We don't want to broaden what we're now doing. But we also want to bring in the fact that, we have folks who have been revoked or who have expired, and really to clarify what the requirement of them is, and to provide the board with the requirement of those background checks during that time. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Agreed.
Scott, good?
Yep.
Micah? Okay.
Yep.
All right, so we got yeses. And then also for those who are suspended and requesting to be relieved of their suspension or coming back to practice, is the board okay with just having state background checks rather than the federal requirement?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And audio, okay. All right, I heard yeses for everyone. Is that, Kristen, all the policy questions that we had for the board?
Yes, did we discuss no change for initial applicants? You'll still have initial applicants going through the federal background check process like you currently do.
Okay, so for next steps then, Kristen, you'll come up with red line versions of the new 676-303. Actually, no, I'm so sorry. That's actually the other thing that we need to talk about. So for ORS 676-303, this is the Health Professional Regulatory Board, the broader statute. The board is okay with no changes as proposed by the other health regulatory boards. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. We got a yes from
Yes.
Karen, Scott?
Yes.
Mike's
Yep.
got a yes. Yep. Okay. All right. So, with that said, then, for 684-100, Kristen, and for 155, you'll come up with red lines based on the policy discussion that we've had.
Yes.
And we need to get that into OSP by next, when is it? By the 7th or the 8th? I'd like to get it done as soon as we can.
Yeah.
But considering that tomorrow is no work for those of us in state service, this is going to be a tight turnaround time. So I look forward to getting these drafts and things done by the 6th at the latest by Monday. Does the board want? We will send you the red line versions of what we're submitting to OSP, just so that you're aware of what the final looks like. And we may get pushback. We don't know what CJIS is going to do with our drafts, but we will let you know every step in the process. Any
Okay.
questions for me or Kristen? Thank you all also for showing up so quickly and getting this done. I know it's a lot of tedious work, but it's really important. I really appreciate it.
Happy holiday, everyone.
Yeah, happy 4th. All right, take care.
Bye.
Right.
Bye.